It's finally here. I mean, I think I mentioned this like 3 videos, this map tier list. I just couldn't find a good one. I went back on tier, like the tier maker site. I finally found a good one. So we're just gonna get into it. So yeah. I think shout out to this person who made this. Shout out to the Speed Ray. He made this tier list. I mean, he's the first one, or at least he's the one I've seen with like all of the maps. Because most of them are like really early. They don't have like the maps that released with like the beta, or that were released. I don't know, but they don't have the most recent maps. So finally I found one. So yeah, shout out to that guy. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so Abyss is our first map. Now Abyss is probably like one of the not first maps that I've played, but like one of the first maps I played. And I think I enjoyed it. Now, I think it's kind of claustrophobic at points. Like, I think the middle could be expanded. There could be some pillars in the middle and stuff. And but I still think it's a decent map. I'm gonna put this map in C tier, and my rankings are like D and above are pretty good. E, F are bad. Like maybe C and above. I don't know, but just my ratings aren't too harsh. I don't hate a lot of maps. I don't hate I hate some maps, but I don't hate a lot of maps. And E and below is where I rank the bad ones. Everything above is good. I like it, or it's just average. So yeah. Alright, so our next map is Simulation Alpha. Now I'm probably just gonna put all the simulation maps in C tier also, but there's some that I like, but most of them are decent. Nothing special. You can find them in like every FPS and stuff. It's nothing special, but it's also not bad. It's kind of like never mind. I don't know what to compare it to. It's just like generic, but it's not like a bad generic. It's just, yeah, it's a shooter. That's all it is. It's a FPS map. All right. So next map is Atlantis. This is one of I hate Atlantis. It's the hallways I think are bad. The middle can be redesigned to include more stuff instead of just one big open room. I don't know why that's there. The underground, like there's a little underground part, I think it's fine. But overall, I feel like the map is just too, it doesn't encourage a lot of one-on-ones unless you just randomly encounter someone in the hallways. So, I mean, you can get into like a little team fight easily, which is, I don't like team fights in these types of games. I would rather just take a one-on-one because it rewards the player with skill. Unless they have like a giant weapon, which is rare, So I think Atlantis is an E tier. I feel like they could easily redesign the middle to be better. If they redesign the middle, it'd be a D or a C. So please redesign Atlantis. I won't even talk about Bravo, Simulation Bravo. It's a C tier. Simulation Charlie. Now I do play Charlie a lot. Charlie is a very popular map. I would put it in a B tier. Maybe just because I played it a lot, but Simulation Charlie is pretty good. I like playing on that map. I'm fine when I play like Takedown. I'll vote for this map if it's on. So yeah. Club Silo, I would put Club Silo is, it's a C tier. I won't vote for this if it's in the map pool, but if I have to play it, I don't really care, Like, I'd rather play, like, other maps, but, like, Club Silo, it's average, It's better than Abyss, definitely, but it's not better than Simulation C, so, just putting in C tier. It's an average map. I wouldn't play it if I had to, but I'll play it if it's good. If it gets voted, I won't play it. Alright, so our next map is Crag. Now, Crag is going in E tier. I can't give it F because it's not unbearable. I can still play the game, but Crag is just too open in the middle, and I I don't know what their weapon choices. I don't know what they were thinking when like they went through the weapon choices. Like they have the shotgun and the rocket launcher in Crag at the same time. Those are two very, very high power weapons. They can both one shot, and they both work well in close spaces. I don't know why they included both. I would rather just have one. So I'm putting it in E tier, but it's like the bottom of E tier. It would almost be an F if like it would be an F if they chose like the domination points, or they chose the King of the Hill points wrong, because the King of the Hill points and the domination like capture points, they're fine. They're whatever. So I don't hate that, but the map overall is just it's I would never I don't vote for it, and I don't want to play it. Simulation Delta, I won't talk about it. C, haven't played it that much. Simulation Echo, I think I've played it a bit. I'm gonna put it bottom of B, because I know it's a good map, but I don't play it often enough to like, you know, fully experience the map like I do Charlie. Like Simulation Charlie, it comes up all the time, so I have no problem playing that mode. Alright, Simulation Fox. Now this one is a D tier. Surprisingly, Simulation Fox is the weird like open underground and the little ramp you have to take to get like to the middle. It's too weird. I think it rewards camping a bit too much. Like you can camp in your spawn and you're pretty much fine as long as you know, watch out for portals. It's not the same with the other maps, honestly. So yeah, D tier is Simulation Fox. It's like top of D tier. It's not I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not, it's slightly below average. So there's that. Simulation Golf. Now I think I've played golf a bit. I'll put it in above Echo, because it is very, very, I think it's just a bit worse than Charlie. Simulation Golf I play a lot too, and I hope they redesign some of the middle parts, like the bridge. There's like a giant bridge in the middle. It's too, I would say it's too open. It's not, you know, like viable to go up there. And I hope they put like some cover up there so it rewards people with like some good aim, you know. I just that little change would make it probably a good like above Charlie, because that bridge is useless, making like the middle kind of irrelevant, because that's pretty much what it is. The middle is just that bridge. Alright, so our next map is Helix. We're getting into like all of the map. We're done with all the simulations. Now we're into like, you know, all the maps that people play, like the popular ones. So yeah, Helix I would say is Helix is, I would put it top of D tier. It's not, I think especially the point B on that map is, that's a rough point right there. I feel like most of the map is going on like under, like not used. Like the outside is rarely used. I never fight there, like never. And I feel like they could easily just make the building bigger. Just make it bigger. No one's using the outside anyway. And other than that, that's my only problem with it. Like only like I would say only like 65 to 60% of the space is being used, because so much space is taken up by the outside. If they just expanded the building to at least fit like 70 or even like 75, that'd be good. That'd be fine. But yeah, it's not used enough. All right, now High Winds, the friggin' jungle map. What I think about this map? It's an F tier. I'm sorry, it's like top of F tier. It's bad. The middle, it's too hard. There's no teleport pads. That's my only problem. There's no pads to teleport on. Like, for example, there's like a King of the Hill mode on this map, and like I don't even know if it's on comp, but like easily and casual. That you like the first few like 30 seconds, I would say 30 to 25 seconds are spent trying to look for somewhere to get onto the point because the point has no teleport spots. It's crazy how there's like nothing on that map. I feel like they could easily use like some teleport pads, some certain places. They could even like do what they did with like Olympus and make like not trick shotting, but like launching yourself into the air by like putting teleport pads on like the trees, like giant trees. You know, imagine like flying out of one, like rocket launching some guy. I don't know. Point is, it's not used again. Most of these maps just suffer from underused space or like not space that's not being used right or is not being used at all. So I think the ideal map forces 1v1s, you know, for skill to, you know, not like big team fights. No, nothing like that. 1v1s, use most of the space, and have a lot of creative like teleport pads that people can use. So it rewards people who know how to use those who know how to teleport, you know? If your map doesn't reward people who know how to teleport, it's just a regular map. It's not anything Splitgate. I wouldn't say it's Splitgate. I would say it's just like a regular Halo map or something. I don't know. So let's just move on to the next one. Next one is Impact. Now Impact, I would say, is A tier. Bottom of A tier, I would say, because it has very good teleport pads. The middle isn't used as much. I mean, there is like a giant underground, so I guess that makes up for the middle. But yeah, I just feel like this is a solid map. I would play it, but I would like to see, you know what? I would like to see like a bit of light. Maybe like a daylight version. You know, but that's it. It's not like a deal breaker. This is a solid map. I would play. I would vote for too in the map pool. So yeah, Impact is our first above B tier. All right, so next up is Lava Well. Lava Well, I would say, is top of A tier. I would not put it in S. Now, Lava Well is, I would say, very, very, very good. Like, it's not like a god tier map, but it's still very, very solid. Now, why is it solid, you ask? First of all, the inside of the building is, you know, it's very good. Yeah, I would say it's very good. There's a bunch of teleport pads everywhere. The little like giant like room with the rocket launcher. You know what I'm talking about, like the giant wall and stuff. I would say it's very good too. My only problem with it, the only thing holding it back from S tier is that in domination, all of the points are on like one side of the map and no one goes to the inside. So I would say if they just fix the domination maps, it would be S tier. I love Lava Well. I'll vote for it if it comes up in like the map select, and I like playing it. I feel like it encourages, like it rewards good aim, and it rewards people who know how to like teleport, you know. So I'd put it in A tier. So yeah, I don't know if people like Lava Well. I think it's decent, or I think it's like very, very good, but I don't know what other people think. I do know that people like the next map, Oasis. I'm putting it S tier. This first S tier. I put it in S tier because it has very good. It rewards. Now, you can get into like a team fight sometimes. Like your team is on point. You just like do a single or like a giant team fight. But other than that, it's a very, very, very good map, and it rewards good aim, and it rewards people who know how to teleport. And that's my biggest like praise for this thing. It's wide open, and you would say like, oh, you can get sniped from across the map. Yeah, you can, but you can also teleport across the map. There's a reason why people use it for like trick shotting, you know. So I would say it's a very good map. I know people without like good aim are gonna hate on this map because they get like sniped from a billion miles away, or people who can't teleport. But you know, maybe they use the cover. So yeah, Oasis is our first S tier map. I would say bottom of S tier. It's not super, but it's very good. So yeah. Our next map, Olympus. Now Olympus is going to be a D tier map. It's gonna be D tier because it's just too open for competition, but it is very fun and casual when you're just like flying around, because you can do like crazy trick shots because there's like portals all over the place. So I would say a week ago I would have put this in F tier, but I played casual with my friends and we were just like launching each other, across the map with our portals, and I think that was great. That was fun. So I would put it in D tier just for that. And yeah, this map is really, I think it could open the gate for like more crazy portal placement. So yeah, even though it's not a good competition map, I would never pick this in comp. It is a good casual map, and I would vote for this if it came up, just because I want to like launch myself across the map. We're down to our final 3 maps. So before we get into them, just thank you guys for all the support. We just hit like 200 views on both of our 2 of our videos, so thank you guys for that. And get that. No, never mind. That's, let's just go on to the next 3. Oh my god. Okay, next 3. Pantheon. B tier. I would say, because the outside, there's these 2 cliffs that have I think they both have snipers on them. So I would say those are but even though they have snipers on them, they're underused. There's no reason to go up there unless there's the hill up there, because they placed the hill up there. So unless you're gonna go cap the hill, there's no reason to be up there unless you just want the sniper. But even that is taking yourself out of the fight. And if your team is already losing, it's not good to just have a sniper. I mean, I guess it's good to have a sniper, but is that time gonna be really worth it? You just have to hit your shots, I guess. So I would put it in B tier. It's still fun to play. It's a good competition map. Even though the middle is kind of chaotic, I would say it still rewards great aim, and that's what I value in a map. If it values aim, I am fine. I am good. So last 2. All right. Stadium. Now Stadium is a I would say very, very solid map. It's very fun to teleport across, even though it's kind of open, and some portals are kind of useless because you can just get lasered out of the air or something. I would still say most of the map is used, most or not all of the map is used. I think my only problem is with it is that the top middle part, where the B point is on domination, is very open, and you can get shot from both angles. So I would say to increase the height of it just a bit, so to force people to go up there, force a 1v1, instead of getting crossfired by 2 different people. But that's it. Everything else is very, very good. I would say it's a great map for beginners, and I would say it's a great map for competition. So our last map. Now, I know people hate this map a lot. Alright, so they labeled it Takedown, but it's called Foregone Destruction. I don't know why they labeled it Takedown, but is that the mode? No, it's not right. Whatever. Foregone Destruction, I would say, is an bottom S tier map. Now, I know that people hate this map, and I understand why, but I personally love this map. I'm biased. I've played this map so many times. Now, I think you can truly appreciate this map if you know the little portal spots you can do, because there's a lot of spots in this map that you can just press Q on the little pixel of the blue, or a teleport pad, and your teleport goes up there. You can teleport across the map. And this map is I think it forces a lot of 1v1s, forces a lot of aim duels, which is very, very, very good. And yeah, even though the bottom part isn't used as much, I still think that it makes up for it with all the open spots in the middle. I think the middle is kind of too open, but other than that, I think those 2 big towers like pillars make up for it, and like there's 2 snipers up there. You can have a sniper duel and stuff, and I think that's very, very good. You can see where I value aim duels because of this map, like this map tier list. Aim duels are very important to me, and I think it measures skill. That's what measures skill. What's not skill is just getting into a fight. You win the one-on-one, and you go to retreat to regain health, and there's like 3 of his teammates around the corner. That's not skill. That's just luck at that point, you know? You should punish people for being bad. Oh no, you should punish people for being bad at the game, because that is how people learn. People learn by, getting stomped on the ground. That's how I learned, So, I think if you don't like Foregone Destruction, if you don't like, Stadium, just go take a look at them, go practice them for a bit, learn the portal spots, and I guarantee you will like the maps after a while, I think the only problem is that people play Foregone Destruction a lot and they get stomped in the ground. And instead of learning, they complain, which is, I used to do that. Guess what happened? I was like bronze in Rocket League. You know what I figured out when I figured out you should learn instead of just complain? I'm like, good. So yeah.